What if the United States completely disappeared from the map? Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that the United States has vanished without a trace. The first country to feel the impact would be Canada, which would instantly become geographically isolated from the rest of North America. The global economy would suffer a catastrophic shock, with nearly $31 trillion in economic output wiped out overnight. Mexico, heavily dependent on trade with the United States, could face a severe financial collapse and potentially slide into bankruptcy. Meanwhile, countries such as Venezuela and Cuba might view America's disappearance as a geopolitical victory, celebrating the end of U.S. influence in the region. Without American power acting as a deterrent, China could seize the opportunity to move against Taiwan and bring the island under its control. On the Korean Peninsula, North Korea might become more aggressive toward South Korea, dramatically increasing tensions in East Asia. At the same time, Russia might expand its influence aggressively, consolidating control over Ukraine and increasing pressure on the Baltic states and even Finland. In the Middle East, Israel could face its most dangerous moment. Arab nations might find common ground and unite against Israel, seeking to reshape the regional order and revive the Palestinian cause on a much larger scale. At the same time, Iran and Turkey could emerge as dominant regional powers, potentially expanding their military and political influence across the Middle East. In response, Saudi Arabia might lead a Sunni alliance aimed at countering Iran's growing power, raising the possibility of a direct confrontation between the two sides. Without American diplomacy helping to manage global crises, several long-standing conflicts could become far more dangerous. Some analysts argue that tensions between Pakistan and India could escalate significantly, raising fears of a major military confrontation between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. The disappearance of the United States would not just affect the world's economic, political, and military balance. But now comes the bigger question. What if India disappeared from the